Okay, so let's take a little bit of time and look at how to find area and perimeter of just polygons on a coordinate plane. So I'm looking at number one here, and I've got 4 points given. So let's graph these. Negative 3, 0 is right there. We've got 3, 0 over here. We've got 3, 5 up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've got negative 3, 5 right there. So this is kind of a very basic shape. It is a beautiful looking rectangle from what it looks like here. Let's draw it. We've got that to that, that to that, and there we have it, and one more straight down. So they're asking us to find perimeter. We're going to count literally horizontally and vertically on all these lines. So let's start right here. We're going to count this bottom line. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 6 units right here down bottom. And guess what? If it's 6 units on the bottom, that means it's going to be 6 units across the top there as well. Counting up and down vertically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 units on this vertical line to the right. And again, if it's there on the right, it's the same thing on the left. So this is a rectangle that is a 5 by 6 rectangle. So that means the perimeter of this thing is when we add up all the sides. So 6 plus 5 plus another 6 plus another 5. And last time I checked, let's see, that's going to give us 10 plus 12, so that's going to give us 22 units. Now, area is just a little bit different. Area of a rectangle is the length times the width, so we're going to do 6 times 5, and that'll give us 30 units squared on that one. So there is your area and perimeter of that first rectangle there. All right, going down to our next problem here. We've got 3 sides. We've got a triangle going on, so let's just focus on that one. There we go. So again, let's draw it in. Let's use our blue color this time. Make it just a little thicker. Here we go. So we've got negative 4, negative 3 is right there. We've got 4 and then a negative, positive 4 and a negative 3, which is right there. And then we have a positive 4 and a positive 3, which is right there. So kind of nice again. We've got a very pretty triangle, and this triangle is actually a right triangle. And the reason I know this is one of the sides right here, that's a vertical line, and then this one right here, if I go from this point over here, that's a horizontal line. So that means we got a 90-degree angle right here, which is going to be beautiful when I'm finding area in a second. Let's go right there and draw our triangle. All right, so counting this horizontal line here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is 8 units across from left to right. And then going up and down over here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got a 8 and a 6 for the base and the height of this triangle. I'm going to go ahead and count area. Area is 1/2 base times, oh, why is that over there? But that's fine. We'll do it over there. We'll move it. 1/2 base times height. So the base and the height are the 8 and the 6. So 1/2, 8 times 6. So it's half of 8. Half of 8 is 4. 4 times 6 is going to give us our answer. So that gives us a beautiful 24 units squared. Now the perimeter, we're almost done. Perimeter is equal to all the sides added up. So we have one side plus 2 sides, 8 plus 6, but I don't know what that third side is. We're going to use the Pythagorean theorem to figure that out. So I am looking at doing 8 squared plus 6 squared equals, we don't know squared. 8 squared plus 6 squared is 100. And 100 is equal to x squared. So when we take the square root of both sides, that means this side right here is 10 units long. So we're going to take and erase these question marks because we know what that is now. We got 8 plus 6 plus 10, and that's equal to, oh, that's odd, 24 as well. What a quinky dink. So both the area and the perimeter for this problem both turn out to be 24. And the last one on this side, then we'll flip to the back side. We've got a parallelogram here, so we've got our points. Let's draw them in. Let's use some green on this one. Here we go. Our first point is negative 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right there. Our second point is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up 1, 2, 3. Then we've got 3, -1, 1, 2, 3, -1 right there. And then we have -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1. So I really like this, this figure because we've got some horizontal and vertical lines going on here. Now let's draw them in. So we've got, this is a diagonal line right here. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have vertical lines, we just have horizontal lines. So we've got that horizontal line, we've got another kind of slanted diagonally line, and then we got a horizontal line here. So the top and the bottom ones, we're just gonna count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 8 units across right here. You can recount if you like, but that is also 8 units across up top there as well. What we don't know is this diagonal length. So we have a shortcut. We talked about this. Let's go over it one more time. If you want to find a diagonal length, that one right there, then what we're going to do is we're going to drop the altitude and connect it to the other side. And I know that's a really crappy drawing. Let me do it again with some actual lines here. Sometimes I hate doing things on the computer without, you know, a smart board. So look, that red line, that's 3 units long, and that red line, which is 4 units long, helps to form a right triangle to find that side length right there. And if you remember from all the other things we've talked about in class, when you have side length, where one of them is 3 and the other leg is 4, and we're looking for the hypotenuse, that is a very famous right triangle. It's called a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Because when you add 3 squared plus 4 squared, that's 9 plus 16. And 9 plus 16 is 25. Take the square root of 25, and then, well, that's 5. So that, we just found the diagonal length over here from there to there on the parallelogram is 5. So if that length is 5, then guess what? So is that one right there for the definition of a parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel. So here we go. Perimeter, very basic. Perimeter is equal to 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 8. All right, what is that? 5 plus, let's do 5 and 5. 5 and 5 is 10, and 8 and 8 is 16. So 10 plus 16 is 26 units. Area is going to be a little bit tricky. So we have 3 figures here that we got to look at. Let me kind of erase my right triangle here. I use this red one to help us out. We have to bust this figure up into either rectangles or triangles to help us find the area of it. So now there is a formula for a parallelogram, and I'm not going to get into that right now. You could use that, but I'm going to use this idea of that works for every polygon. So look, if I drop a line right there and I look at this triangle here that I'm drawing, that's a right triangle. I can find the area of that. I can also, let's switch colors. I'm going to go a little purpley action here. I can take and do the same thing over here with a right triangle over here. Now, the cool thing about these right triangles is once I find one of them, they're both exactly the same. That means I'll have the area for both of them. And last but not least, I'm going to shade this in with a little bit of color here. Let's see, where is it? The crayon. We'll do a little bit of green action. This middle part here is a rectangle. So that rectangle has length of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going across, and 1, 2, 3, 4 going down. So we're going to take, the area is going to be one of the triangles, I'll spell it right, plus the rectangle in the middle, plus the other triangle is what we're looking at here to get the area of the whole figure. Well, let's find the areas of each. So the area of the triangle is 1/2 base times height. Now, what is the base and height? Here we go. So this base right here is 3 units long, and this height is 4 units long. Remember, the base and the height are what the 2 side lengths that form right triangles. Now, the rectangle is just the base, which we said was 5 units across, times the height, which is 4 units across. And then again, I'm going to copy and paste this thing right here over here because it's the same stuff. So let's find out what each of them are. So the first one, the triangle over here, let's see, 1/2 of 4 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. That's going to be 6. Plus the rectangle is 20, plus another 6. And we add those bad boys together and we should get an area of 30. So there you go. There's the front side worked out. Let me get the other side done.